to my very first shoutcasting that I'm gonna attempt in this new map, Towers of Doom, released recently by Blizzard during the Halloween event. And so this is just basically going to be one of the games that I actually played in, and I'm actually Battlefrog on the red team, and I'm actually playing Illidan. So on the blue team we have Jaina, Kaltha, Sonya, Vala, Uther, and on the red team we have me, Illidan, Karazim, Uther, Zagara, and Rayner. And so this is a pretty balanced team. Only probably you can say that would be a weakness would be there'll be no tanks in our team. And so now on we go to the map itself. So we have all the heroes that I just mentioned before, and we can actually now look at the talents that they're gonna pick. So Jaina has gone for the Conjuring Pursuit, Kelthas has gone for the normal Mana Addict, Karazim has gone for Transcendence, I went for the Shield, the Shadow Shield, Zagara has gone for the Centrifugal Hooks, and Reyna went for the Adrenaline Rush. So just so everybody knows that this is actually a quick match, not so much of Hero League. So don't hate too much on the talents being picked. Uther has went for the block, Vala has went for the Siphoning Arrow, and the other Uther on the red team has went for another block, and Sonya hasn't really picked the talent yet. And so the game starts, and there's going to be soon going to be a potential clash in the middle team with the others. The other teams not so much of actually clashing right now. We have Jaina on the top lane, Reyna on the top lane, and Uther on the top lane. The middle will be taken by the other Uther, Vala, and Zagara, and I'll be here at the bottom team with my friend Karazin, who's Blitz, with Kalthas and Sonya. So this map is, for those who don't really know what's happening on this map, it's basically what's happening on this map is the cores are actually not exactly being touchable. So what happens is that you got to capture altars just so you can launch missiles to their core. And so how this happens is that you actually have to capture altars and then you launch missiles. And pushing isn't exactly so much of a use, except that if you push it can actually increase the number of missiles that you can send. And so Reyna's actually going to be taken down really quickly, but it's actually managed to save itself by the shot pushing them back, and it looks like it won't be able to get the kill. And we have on the bottom lane, so things are going relatively peaceful right now. And this is now the dawn of the first two altars. So what heroes need to do is that you're able to get to the altars as quick as possible and capture it, just like the curse map, so as to send missiles to the other person's core, and we should get to see soon shortly. So off we go to the bottom lane, and there's going to be a short initiation by me and Karazim, but however, and there's going to be reinforcements by Uther coming here to heal the low health heroes, but I am going to be taken down slowly by Karazim itself. But Karazim managed to dive safely. But it's actually got taken down by a slam by Sonya. And so what happens now, the towers are actually managed to be able to be taken by the blue team in the middle, and there's going to be now it's actually not just the middle team, but both the towers on the middle and the bottom towers taken by the blue team. And so now blue team is actually already hit level 4, and then we can see that the talents are actually going to be added. Blue teams are going to be shortly taking the mercenary camp on the siege camp on the mercenary team, and even the siege camp is going to be a bit more different from our usual siege camp as compared to other maps. But we can see now the talents are actually being added. Jaina has a snowstorm, Kalthas has a netherwind, and so it looks like going to be another initiation on the bottom lane, and me diving in, being a hero as usual, but luckily I managed to get it safely. Uther's going to middle to support Reyna on his battle against Sonya, and bottom lane is more of a stalemate where it's not so much of anyone can take anyone down at the moment. But middle lane is going to be attacking Sonya right now, but to not really much avail. And what you just saw right now is the new mechanic of Suicide Bomber Siege mech units, where they actually rush to the tower and destroy themselves. And so I will be actually soloing the siege mercenary camps right now. Rainier is going to be trying to hold his front on the middle lane. And right now they can actually see that the bottom altar is actually spawning in the next 20 seconds. So this is imperative that the red team actually manages to get the siege units, so as to be able to ensure that even though there's a stalemate, we can actually have a significant fort advantage. So now we can see on the map there is a huge movement of blue and the red team going down to capture the altar right now. And so I actually say something to no one because like right now I'm the only person here while the rest are slowly making their way forward. But the altar has spawned and now we can see there's a huge team fight happening right now. We can see that Jaina and Keltas are trying to zone the enemy out and they're trying to capture the altar. But no, we are actually trying. Red team is trying to move its way in using Zagera's zoning abilities and also the CS skills. I jump in, trying to get as much damage as I can. Jaina and Keltas are trying their best to use their abilities to make sure that they don't enter the altar. And Valor's getting taken down. We're together with Illidan. Reyna's actually trying his best to use his range to zone the enemies out. And the towers are actually given to the red team. And there's actually managed to launch a few missiles to attack the enemy's core. And so there's quite a good amount of casualties on both sides, with 2 heroes taken down and 3 heroes taken down on respective sides. But red team has managed to actually get 2 towers, which is of course a significant lead for both of them. So the interesting thing about the new map is that instead of seeing core health as a percentage, we actually see is a number of maximum 40. And what happens is that after you capture every altar, you can actually launch missiles that are stated on the bottom right hand corner. So on the bottom right hand corner you see, for example, there's 4 missiles on both teams, and if any team manages to capture the altar, it will send 4 missiles to the enemy's core. And in the middle team it's going to be a huge initiation, but there's luckily no casualties on the blue team side. And what I'm doing right now is trying to capture the top mercenary to ensure that the towers are taken. The blue team has taken a bottom siege mercenary to send it to the spawn. So you might be asking, what's so special about actually destroying forts? And we can actually see that when you destroy forts, you actually can increase the number of missiles that you send to your opponent's core, which you can see shortly after. And so the altars are going to be spawning very soon, in another 20 seconds. As you can see, it's almost a near comfortable stalemate on both sides of the team. Both sides of the team are trying their best to make sure that their forts are not being destroyed. And so now the teams are actually forming. So right now what is happening is that when I was playing this game, we were actually defending our fort, but we didn't expect the blue team to actually come down. So the blue team has managed to take down Uta with a huge burst damage. Illidan is actually retreating, and Reyna and Zagara are trying their best to actually take down the enemy through their. And Illidan jumped in, but it's almost being bursted down, but doesn't quite take it out. Reyna actually tries to rush him, trying to get it, but thanks to the adrenaline rush, but no, it's actually got taken down. So now there's actually a good 1 casualty on the red team, which is going to reduce the offensive power of the red team to go to the blue team. And as you can see right now, with all the ultimates on the blue team has got the ultimates. Jaina sends the water elemental down, slowing the enemy, allowing Sonya to deal a significant amount of damage and catching up to them in the first. But we can see that the blue team has, of course, finally captured the altar, sending 4 missiles to our core, leaving them at a lead of 32 health versus 28 health. As you can see that I'm again fighting mercenaries on the bottom lane. Middle lane is trying to ensure that the enemies don't push the middle tower, and so that's using the range of Reyna to shoot the enemies down, and that's so it is. So shortly after, with a low health and quite a risky behavior actually, I actually managed to secure the siege tower here. And now we can see that the red team are trying to gank the Keltas, with Reyna using his range to shoot. Keltas tries to defend with his ultimate, but no, it's actually got taken down, which is pretty obvious because there was 4 heroes versus Reyna. Quite difficult to actually defend himself. So with this opportunity, red team is most likely going to find the siege unit right now, and that's right, he's trying to capture the siege camp at the top. And Illidan is still trying to keep the EXP pressure by actually laning and soaking as much EXP as they can. Bottom lane is actually taking the tower down. So this is actually the first tower down for the other for this entire game. And what happens is, instead of actually the tower being destroyed, you can actually see it's being revived as a tower for the blue team. And so what this happens is that this will actually be one of the towers, and you can see on the bottom right hand corner, we can see that the number of missiles has increased from 4 to 5, and for the red team decreased from 3 to 4, from 4 to 3. And so now once again the altar's rising again, and this is really important that the red team actually captures this altar, or the blue team will actually send 5 missiles hitting straight to the core, definitely doing a significant amount of damage. And Raynar's gonna get caught by it's actually in a really dangerous spot of almost getting taken down by 5 members of the blue team. But nonetheless, the red team chooses not to engage in this altar because of the amount of danger that they actually might be facing. But nonetheless, red team still goes into the core. Zagara uses his ultimate, sealing 2 heroes down. Using this opportunity, Illidan, Uta tries his best to take down Keltas. Keltas is saved by Uta, but not quite, is still getting taken down. Illidan and Rayner taking a bit of retreat, doing amount of damage. Jaina almost gets taken down, but not to worry, it's actually saved by the invulnerable, but not for long, still getting taken down. Sonya gets taken down as well, and you can see this is a huge lead for the red team, with 4 heroes taken down and almost 0 casualty on the red team side. And of course the red team did manage to capture the altar and send 3 missiles to, it's 4 missiles to the blue team's core. And so with the blue team almost wiped, red team does easily take their siege camp and is going to proceed to take the other siege camp on the other side. Usa for the other team still maintaining top pressure, trying to soak up as much EXP as it can for the blue team, who is obviously lacking behind in EXP. And so the red team does manage to easily capture the siege units from the bottom. And they are now starting to wander around, starting to realize, trying to find heroes to gank. Almost comes into contact with Uta. Illidan jumps in, but when he sees the 3 heroes, Harry sweeping strikes out and gets out of there. So now we can look at the talents. Right now we can see there's a huge amount of talents. Pretty standard build for Jaina, pretty standard build for Keltas, going more towards the fish, the one that adds fire to his auto attack. Sonya going more for a bit of the tanker build with block and ferocious hurling instead of fury. But we can see that now the red team is gonna take down the 2 lone blue heroes up down. Illidan initiating with an awesome hunt, and then taken swiftly down by Zagara's burst damage and Karazim's burst damage. And now with the remaining 2 blue heroes on the top, Illidan jumps in to kill with a 7-sided strike by Karazim. Karazim jumps in, trying to burst down Sonya as much as possible. Uta saving Sonya with the Divine Shield, hoping that Sonya makes it out alive, and she does make it out alive. But this is going to give a significant lead to blue team as he takes down one of the towers on the top lane. And now we can see the altars are going to be formed. And with a amount of furious pinging, both blue and red team are slowly making their way to contest for the bottom altar. And so Illidan jumps in first, trying to activate the altar. Of course, obviously stopped by the water elemental from Jaina. And so Keltas using the Phoenix, zone out the enemies. Water elemental trying to take down Illidan, but doesn't quite make it. Zagara unfortunately gets caught by the nuke from Keltas, but manages to keep it safety. Red team in a very dangerous spot for having very low amount of HP, and with the blue team still relatively quite healthy and a healer to boot. So unfortunately the red team is unable to capture the altar, and the blue team sends 4 missiles straight to their core. So right now the blue team is in the lead of 28 HP with 24 HP right now. So now we can look at the talent. So I was going to Vala. Vala is still going a bit more to an interesting build. So it's a bit more of a hybrid of a single target versus AoE.
Heroes.
And we get to see that the blue team is trying to contest for the siege unit. Zagara uses his ultimate, not catching anyone. And blue team Kautas is going to be saved by the invulnerability from Uta. And Illidan manages to charge to kill Uta, but is slowly going to be taken down. 7-sided strike didn't do amount of damage, but manages to take down Uta's doesn't manage to take down anyone. Jaina using a very well-timed blizzard managed to take down Rayna from the red team, and red team slowly retreating, knowing that they can't deal with the water elemental with the low amount of HP, and even one of the main damage dealers being taken down. So Vala from the blue team slowly taking down the top fort to increase the amount of missiles. And once again, the altar is being formed on both sides of the map, where if you are playing conservative, you can actually go and find the altar on your side of the field. So obviously, Uta and Vala are now trying to keep to their core. But Uta is being a bit greedy. He jumps in, trying to see if he can capture anyone. Vala gets caught. Uta jumps in, stuns Vala. Vala's of really low HP right now, but the zoning from counters is managed to keep the two teams not suffering from any major casualties. And so red team manages to capture their altar, and blue team manages to capture altar, sending 4 teams to the other side. There's going to be initiation right here with ultimate Hyperion from Reyna, and Jaina's going to be taken out with a huge burst damage from the red team. Sonya with low HP, but doesn't make it so much from the Reyna's shooting her down, and then unfortunately 2 blue heroes get caught, and this is going to be a very huge turning point for the red team for taking down 4 heroes with 0 casualty. So of course, what normal utilizing their manpower advantage, they actually went and take down the boss in this map. So the boss obviously doesn't really fight for you. The boss actually sends more missiles to the opponent's core, dealing more significant damage and actually evening out the lead. So instead of now 24 to 20, now it's even at 20 core health to 20 core health for both sides of the team. And still making sure not losing any momentum. Red team goes and try to capture the siege mercenary units, while Illidan attempts to capture the enemy siege mercenary units. So Uta, pretty standard build, support build, trying to make sure to keep teammates alive. Illidan almost gets caught by Sonya, but manages to retreat to safety right now. Red team of Reyna and Karazim trying to take down the fort, and they manage to take down the fort, allowing them to create an additional fort, increasing the number of missiles for both teams. And now this is going to be one of the, we can say that's approaching the deathmatch stage of the map, where there's actually 3 altars spawning for both sides of the team. Red team manages to capture a bit, but it manages to destroy Vala, who is somehow just manages to walk in with no reason whatsoever. So now we look at the build. Illidan builds pretty standard build. Karazim pretty standard support build with the 7-sided strike to sort of a hybrid between support and DPS. And you can see that the altars are coming up. Altars are coming down, and the red team manages to secure 2 altars for themselves, bringing down the core health to 9 health, while the blue team manages to secure 1 altar for themselves, bringing down the red team's core health to 90. And Uta is going to be taken down, but not quite. He manages to bring himself to safety with a lot of burst heals. And 7-sided strike taking down, trying to take down Sonya. Sonya might not be taken down, but manages to be taken down by the huge burst damage from both Reyna and Karazim. And Zagara is trying to put the pressure down the middle lane, using its ultimate, trying to capture Uta, but doesn't quite hit him. But nonetheless, both teams are now bringing the pressure. We can see there's a huge lead advantage for Red Team. Red Team hitting the level 20 talents right now with Nexus Play for Illidan, Transgression for Karazim, Storm Shield for Uta, additional an upgrade to Hyperion for Reyna, and Zagara not quite adding her talents yet. So Red Team is now going for a halfling back, trying to retreat and fight another day. So Vala still pushing the bottom lane, trying to bring the advantage, trying to push the lane, trying to get as much EXP as they can. Uta confronts Vala one-on-one, but Vala uses the ultimate, trying to take Uta down. Uta might be in danger here, but reinforcements have come. Karazim, Reyna, Zagara easily takes down Vala. I guess when they say it's too good to be true, you kinda gotta believe it. So Vala gets taken down. Honestly, that wasn't a death that was needed. It was obvious that she was transgressing very much into enemy territory. And so Red Team easily took their siege camp down. Blue Team trying to take the siege camp down, but Uta comes in, trying to intercept the Red Team. Uses his invulnerability, uses a lot of heal, uses Storm Shield, protecting himself and his teammates. 7-sided strike, takes down the hero with Sonya very, very low HP, trying to hold her ground, but he's in the end taken down by the fury of punches from Karazim right now. And Red Team So right now it's the last 3 altars. If the red team manages to capture even 2 of these altars, this is going to be disastrous for the red team. Illidan and Jaina contest for the top left hand altar. Red team going for Uta, going for the bottom altar. And with Illidan zoning Uta out, Reyna is going to manage to capture the altar. Uta tries to come in, trying to get it down. Red team manages to capture the bottom altar for the team, but Uta doesn't quite manage to stop both Illidan and Reyna from taking the altar. So with 4 altars and managed to capture this top altar, sending 4 missiles down to the core, this is going to be the game. So I realized that didn't really manage to get to Tela. I'm kind of ranting a lot on what's happening on the team and even going through the map. So, but once again, definitely thank you for listening, and I hope that you had fun here.